Today, I'm going to show you guys all about my Thule T2 Pro XTR. This is my bike rack that I have for my Subaru Outback. This is, in my opinion, the best bike rack that you can get right now. There's some key benefits to why I think that is. I'm going to cover that in today's video. And right now, for a limited time, REI actually has this discounted 20% off. So that could save you about $150. Use the link down in the description below. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission off of that, but it would really help me out a ton and it doesn't cost you any extra. And right now is the best time of year to buy Thule products directly through REI because they have their biggest sale of the year going on. They also have tons of other items discounted, so not just bike racks, but any cycling, camping, or hiking gear. You can check their website out and you'll be able to get huge savings now through May 27th. So definitely check it out. It's a limited time and yeah, it's the best time of year to try to buy it. So first I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to take this bike rack off. We're going to fold it up, and after I do this, I'll show you how. Of course, we're going to install some bikes on there to show you what it looks like. There's a little lever right here, a little handle. You just pull this. It's very easy. Pull it up. This is in the closed position. And then down below here, there's what they call an auto pin. So you just pull this out and then just pull back. And then once that is out past the pin, you pull it the rest of the way out. Something really cool about this, it has wheels on it. So it's very easy to maneuver. You don't have to lug this big, heavy bike rack around. That's one of the benefits, one of the main reasons why I really like this rack. So the benefits of this little wedge right here is that whenever it's inside the receiver, this expands. I'll show you here in a moment once we put it back on. You can expand this to where there's no play. So there's no rattle, there's no play. It's very sturdy. I mean, if you just look at the build quality and the frame design of this, it is very solid, and that is something that you want to have the confidence whenever you have your bikes back here. You know, bikes are very expensive nowadays, so you don't want to look in the back and your bikes be flying down the highway. I have certainly been there myself with some cheaper bike racks, maybe the ones that you install on the back here. And so this is the best way to go to keep your bike safe and to keep them from falling off going down the road. So now I'm going to show you guys how to put this on. You just pick it up and put the bottom edge of your bike rack into the hitch, and it slides right in. And then you just have to pull this pin out, and then it slides in place, and there's a corresponding hole in there. It goes right in place. And then you come around to the bottom here, and we're going to twist this. So you twist that, get it nice and tight. That expands that wedge in there and keeps this from moving. That's what decreases that wobble and that play. And then you take the keys that Thule gives you with the bike rack and you lock it. So not only does that keep this from getting stolen, but it keeps it from getting loosened inadvertently. And then you'll notice down below here on the bottom of the frame design of this rack, if you do happen to scrape this, I mean, Subarus have really excellent ground clearance, but if you have a weird angle where you're going into a driveway or something like that and you scrape this on the bottom, it's going to keep this part of it safe because this is a nice steel part of the rack. So to drop the rack down, we pull on that handle, same one that we used to lift it up, clicks down into place, and then watch how sturdy this is. I mean, it moves the whole car. You don't hear any play, any wobble. And so just to show you the structural integrity of this entire rack. And then to load your bikes up, you just simply pull these arms over. So we're going to do either side, just like this. I'm going to show you what it looks like with two bikes. You can actually get an extension for these, by the way, where you can have up to 4 bikes. And I think it's 60 pounds per tray. So you can have multiple bikes on here, and then you just simply pull this arm down right on the top of your tire. It keeps it nice and secure. You take these straps on the back, and you can move this part of the rear tire strap or rear wheel strap. Click that in place. You have a little rubber piece there that keeps your rim protected. You want to tighten it down where there's not any play there, but you don't want to do it too tight, especially if you have carbon wheels. These are not carbon, by the way, but if you do, that could damage them. So You just want it to be nice and snug so that way you don't have any play in the bike on the rack. And then next, just to show you guys how versatile this rack setup is, we're gonna put my BMX on there, and you'll notice before I put this on here how wide this front wheel tray is. So it actually accommodates multiple different bike sizes or bike tire sizes. So you have the smaller inner part of the tray for road bikes, you have a little bit bigger for gravel bikes or BMX bikes, and then you have up to, I believe it's 5 inches for e-bikes or fat tires. So you can really accommodate many different styles of bike riding. So we'll pop this on. Super easy there. Slide that forward, same as before. That was probably super loud. Lock that in place. Same with this, you just lock that down in place, and there you go. So those are nice and snug, and they're not gonna go anywhere. So this is something that I've experienced in the past. Whenever I've had bikes mounted to the hatch or the trunk of my car, then you lose access to the hatch. And if you need to get back there to get something, maybe if you're traveling, you've got your dog, your suitcase, whatever, and you're having to go through the side, it's a minor inconvenience, but it can be definitely an inconvenience at that. So in order to avoid that, Thule actually designed this where it breaks away, so you can fold this down while keeping the bikes loaded and still gain access to your hatch. So you just pull on that same lever, drop it down, and then you can open your lift gate. So, and it clears the handlebars, just like that. And then when you're done, close it up. You simply lift back up, locks into place. And then something else cool with this bike rack, and this is something that over the many years that I've been riding bikes, I've always been nervous about. You're traveling, you're stopping off to get a bite to eat, get gas, whatever. You want to limit the risk of your bike getting stolen. You spend a lot of money on these, and Thule has integrated a bike lock system. And it's not completely 100% theft deterrent, but it's going to help you. It's going to be that one little thing that's going to help you when you are traveling. So you plug that in, and then with the same key that you have, you just simply lock this in place. So of course somebody could, if they really wanted to, they could cut this, but for the weight and the size of this, obviously they want to keep it minimal. That is just one extra added bit of security for your bike when you are traveling, and just gives you an added level of confidence. And of course you have this on both. One mistake that I made early on is I didn't pull this top plastic piece off. And so just make sure you pull that off, because that gives you more room. And you always want to go through the frame, because people can take apart, if you did it to the handlebars, they could just simply unbolt this if they really wanted to. So try to do it through the frame, an area where somebody would literally have to saw through it to get the bike off or cut this cable. Taking it off is really easy. You start from the opposite end. So we want to take off the rear wheel strap first, and then you press this little button right here. That lifts that up and releases. Then you can easily take the bike off. So something unique with these straps is if you need to accommodate a larger bike tire, you can just simply take this little protective rubber sleeve off and push this through, pull it out on this end, and then on the back side, you simply just put it in through here, pull it through, and now you have the ability to accommodate those 5-inch bike tires. And then when you're done, you just push it back through, just like this, and then you feed it back through the front. Simple as that. So something to be aware of for your trailer hitch. So some Subarus have 1.25 inches and some have a 2-inch. This is a 2-inch on a 2023 Subaru Outback. That's what you should have standard if you have the OEM hitch. And so whenever you order this bike rack, make sure you select the correct size. Obviously, if you guys have questions about that, leave it down in the comment section below. And then with the Subaru Outback, the rear bumper on all of the OEM hitches, Subaru will cut into it to accommodate room for your bike rack. Now, if you don't have enough room, I actually didn't have enough room for this auto pin right here, and so it would catch. And I took it upon myself to actually cut into this rear part of the bumper or the valance to accommodate the additional space that I needed for this pin. And then for like $6, I think it is, you can get this rubber piece to go around, so it still looks nice and professional when you're finished with it. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable cutting into your bumper, certainly have your Subaru technician do it. Or they do have some extensions that you can get that will bring this out some more, and that way you don't even have to worry about cutting it. But for me personally, I just wanted the less items. I didn't want this to be sticking out any further than it already is, and so I decided to do this route instead. Also, a lot of the new Subarus, depending on the trim level you have, will have a feature whenever you're backing up that's called reverse automatic braking. You can simply turn this off by clicking it on the touchscreen. So you put the car in reverse, you push and hold on the RAB. That will turn the reverse automatic braking off, so that's not activating whenever you have your bikes back here. And then in addition to that, you can turn off the sonar alert. That's the beeping noise it makes whenever you're backing up, just by clicking and holding the sonar button. And for visibility, you can still see just enough when backing up. Here's what it looks like when you're backing up with the bikes loaded up on the bike rack. It's not perfect, but it's just enough to where you can still see getting out of parking spaces or backing out of your driveway. And here's what it looks like when you're backing up with the bikes off and the bike rack folded up. And the nice thing, this bike rack doesn't stick out past the side of your Subaru. So as long as your Subaru is going to clear it, the bikes and the bike rack will clear as well. So overall, that is why I think this is the best hitch-mounted bike rack you can get right now on the market today in 2024. I hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, please remember to click the like button down below. And don't forget, use the link down below if you want savings on this bike rack or any other cycling, camping, or hiking gear this season. That is good through May 27th, so be sure to check it out while that is still available. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.